What's going on, guys? This is Miasin. So this is going to be a high-rated match of Exosister against Runick Spright. So let's get right into it. Of course, don't forget to like and subscribe. All the beautiful, fun stuff as always. Thank you so much. I really appreciate you. And Exosister is winning the dice roll. Really good hand. Pax, Vadis, Goes and Match, Ash, and Valor. Pretty much doesn't really get any better than this, especially considering the hand that the opponent has. So Freezing Curses, this is the Negator. Splight Blue, Runick Destruction, so this is the MST. DD Crow, which is useless against Exosister. And then another Freezing Curses. So yeah, 2 negations and then 1 MST, which is actually pretty good against Goes and Match. But if it's used blind, then it won't do anything against Vadis. But anyways, so he's searching Martha, and then he's going to be special summoning it as well as the Elise from the deck. Probably gonna make either Caspitel or Mickey Elise now. Yeah, Mickey Elise probably Surge the Returnia, and then going to be going Seth Repass. So that's actually a really nice turn 1 board. And well, it's not that great, but it's definitely far from bad. Top deck the field spell is I don't know if it's good or bad, because it makes it so that you don't have to rely on Huggin in order to get your stuff, but it's definitely not fantastic. Anyways, the Runick Freezing Curses is going to be special summoning the Huggin. So yeah, it's basically not it just doesn't do anything. At this point, he's gonna be going special summon the blue. He could have flipped the Goes and Match on the summon of Huggin, but that would just have prompted the usage of Runick Destruction. So I don't know if it's necessarily ideal. He's actually playing well by holding the Destruction instead of using it blind on 3 back row. Anyways, the Splight Blue is going to be baiting the Valor. Very interesting. And now he's going to go Goes and Match, but obviously that's going to be responded to with the MST, going to be activating the field spell, summon Gigantic Splight, and now he still has Returnia as well as Vadis. So using the Returnia to banish the Gigantic Splight would be massive here. Very, very good. And he's probably going to be using it on the effect. No, not even. Going to be ashing it instead. Very interesting. So now he's going to go normal summon the DD Crow. He can make the Splight Elf now and still kind of play a little bit. Obviously, he can't do that much, but still. He was able to bait 2 hand traps, even though I don't think those hand traps should have been used. I think he should have used the Returnia instead, but he is trying to hold the Returnia to banish the field spell whenever he uses his final Runick spell card. So in a way, he's still playing very well. And using the effect of, well, using Splight Elf against Exosister is never really something super smart, because your opponent could simply chain another Pax or another Vadis, and then summon double Xyz on your ass, and that's just game. So yeah, you really have to change your playstyle when you're against Exosister. Can't really afford to play the same way you would against any other decks, because again, interacting with your graveyard is not what you're trying to do. Anyways, game 2, double copies of Triple Tactic Talent, Splight Starter, Splight Blue, and the field spell. Ugh. Yeah, that is not good at all. Yeah, it should have been a Runick Tip. Runick Tip would have been great here. But Droll and Lockbird, on the other hand, might actually help out the opponent a lot, because if he uses Droll, then you can go Triple Tactic Talent, steal the packs, and yeah, that would be actually pretty nice. So draw phase, no. There is no way you use this on main phase. There is no way you use this on main phase. Oh, man. Yeah, okay, so it's actually funny, because using this on main phase telegraphs that you have Triple Tactic Talents. Otherwise, obviously, you are always trying to play around Droll and Logbird. However, it also plays into Effect Valor, which he knows for a fact that he plays, because, you know, he ate a Valor on game 1. So the Splight Starter, trying to turn on the Triple Tactic Talents, I don't actually think is clever. I think he should have used it on draw phase, and then maybe another hand trap would have been used on main phase. It would have had less of an impact. But now that Droll is actually pretty good, because the Jet can outsurge the Smashers. Obviously, he can still go into Gigantic, into Swapfrog, into Toad. So it still doesn't change anything. But I don't know. I think he might have gotten a little more value by holding it. And exactly as I said, taking Pax is the correct move here, 100%. And now, yeah, he's free to pop off, so Gigantic Splight, summon the Swapfrog, send the Ronin Toad, or the Swapfrog really doesn't change anything. At the hand accidentally. Yeah, going for a Splight Elf and then revive back the Swapfrog, blah, 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 blah. I've seen this before. I wonder where, huh? Revive back the Ronin Toad, make the Toad, and just gonna pass turn here, because there is nothing else at all that he can do. Now, I find this funny how he's actually summoning everything in attack with Lightning Storm here, but his hand is not great, so it's kind of just game over at this point. And yeah, gonna be passing turn, scooping the game here. And now Exosister is going first on game 3. That is ridiculous. And this hand is like very close to just absolute perfection. The only issue is that Prosperity conflicts with the draw from Sophia. Apart from that, it would literally just be insanity here. but this hand is also ridiculously broken. So Runick Tip, Spright Blue, Spright Jet, Runick Destruction to take care of the anti-spell. That is massive. That is actually better to draw than Runick Tip in this context, because you need to hard draw the MST instead of trying to search it, because obviously in the resolution, you would not be able to use it. You have to chain it directly to the anti-spell. And enemy controller is 100% dead. It will not be doing anything. So the Runick Tip, not going to be doing too much. It's just going to be summoning the Huggin. And the enemy controller is probably just going to be used as a discard. As considering, well, assuming that the anti-spell resolves, but the anti-spell was most likely not going to be resolving unless he has a way to randomly deal with the Runick Destruction, which I don't think he has. Anyways, this is going to be the interesting part. Are you going to be trying the one free card with Sophia, or are you going to be using it as a Garnet, and then just try to dig with Prosperity? No, he's going to be drawing the card, which means that he's going to have to set the Prosperity to use it next turn, assuming that the anti-spell again resolves. So the Caspatel is going to be searching for probably the Elise. Yeah, I don't know if I would have done it with that sequencing, but you don't know what your opponent has, so this might be correct. And then Mickey Elise is most likely going to be searching for the Returnia. But Vadis is also a respectable option here. Now gonna make the Magnifica. Okay, I would not summon the Magnifica in column 2 or 4, like ever. Unless you're trying to summon it in the extra monster zone if you know that your opponent doesn't play Sidra, but whatever. Set 3 pass, standby phase anti-spell, that's gonna be met with the MST, banish 4 cards as well, not really relevant. And yeah, this is actually really nasty. Top deck Veiler is actually kind of unfortunate. That would have been nice to use on the Caspatel. Anyways, normal summon the Jet. Very, very interesting. Wow. Extremely interesting. I swear to God. Anyways, Runick Tip is going to be used now. He's going to be tagging out into Michaelis. That is the other effect of Magnifica. And that is going to try to search a card. Going to be discarding the effect Veiler. And the Runick Fountain is going to be searched. And he's going to hit him with the Droll Logbird as well as the Gozen match. That is insane. Oh my. Yeah, so he wouldn't have been able to use Spright Blue. Obviously, you can chain the enemy controller to steal the Michaelis, but that wouldn't do anything at all because he can literally just chain Michaelis to banish the enemy controller or the Runick Tip from the graveyard, because I'm pretty sure this also banishes from the grave. Yes, it does. Except if I'm... Yeah, target one card your opponent controls or in the grave, banish it, yeah. So he does that, and then the Michaelis cannot use its effect again. Sorry, I think you can actually use the effect if it's hard once per turn. You can only use each effect of the followings. Yeah, okay, so... Oh, wow, he could have actually outed the Gozen match. That wouldn't have done that much, but basically one ruling that a lot of people actually don't really know is that if you... Oh, yeah, but then he would have had to... Oh, no, he wouldn't have been able to use the Returnia. That's actually crazy. You can do that. If the Michaelis is hard once per turn and not soft once per turn, it's limited to the player and not to the physical copy of the card. Therefore, chaining enemy controller, getting rid of the Huggin, steal the Michaelis, would have been really nice. So yeah, you would have been able to use the effect banish the Gozen match, and then he can summon non-light and dark. The Returnia is no longer useful, so he can go... yeah, he can't special summon the blue. That's really unfortunate. Yeah, there's just kind of nothing that he can do. Like, all he really does is steal the Michaelis and then banish the Gozen and then pass his turn. And on top of that, he has to use up the enemy controller. So I'm really just trying to think if there was a way for him to, like, maybe potentially win this game. Maybe with better sequencing. Maybe if he didn't normal summon the Jet. I just feel like something maybe was off. But obviously, top deck, the Veiler is not what you're trying to see at all. And this opening board was massive as well. Like, can't believe the anti-spell got taken care of. And it was still... just not enough for the Runick Spright player to win. And again, without a battle phase, it's a little more frustrating to win when you're playing this deck. But that's pretty much it for this replay. Let me know your thoughts about this match in the comment section below. As always, don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys very soon. Peace.